A lion doesn't need anyone's permission to stand at the center of all beings. It doesn't live to please the other animals. It lives to embody an identity that can't be imitated. Because for a lion, recognition doesn't come from the crowd. It comes from the spirit within. A lion doesn't need to wear a crown. Its very presence is royalty. It doesn't bow to be loved, doesn't shout to be noticed, doesn't prove itself to be recognized. It shows up, and the forest falls silent. Are you walking through life with your own sense of certainty? Or are you still looking around, waiting for a nod of approval before you dare to move forward? Have you ever seen a lion ask the jungle for permission to live true to its nature? No, because a lion doesn't ask for permission to be itself. It doesn't race antelopes to prove its speed. It doesn't compete with leopards to be acknowledged. It doesn't compare itself to any other creature, because it is the standard. And what about you? Are you measuring your worth by someone else's standards? Are you squeezing into the garment of expectations while abandoning your true identity within? Hit subscribe if you feel seen. Type 1 if you choose to rise. A lion doesn't live for approval. It lives to assert its identity. Its roar isn't meant to impress. It's meant to declare its dominion. Even when misunderstood, isolated, or opposed, it doesn't back down, because disappointing others is never as frightening as losing yourself. A lion doesn't need an audience, doesn't need a guide, doesn't need applause. It roars from inner strength. It stands firm because of belief. It leads with presence. A lion is the very definition of unwavering courage. And in a world spinning to the gaze of others, that proud silence is the greatest declaration of all. That's lion mentality. From the noisy jungle to the silent ice, courage doesn't change. It only takes on a new form. A polar bear doesn't need a pack to feel powerful. It has no cheers, no spotlight, no one following behind to applaud. Only white ice, howling winds, and a silence so deep it chills to the bone. Yet in that frozen, seemingly unfeeling land, it still stands strong, still walks, still hunts, still lives, not because of the eyes watching, but because its will won't allow it to retreat. And what about you? How many times have you felt lost in the crowd? How many times have you pretended to be okay just to avoid being judged? If so, you're living in your own kind of ice, and you need to remember this: solitude won't destroy you, but losing yourself is what will make you melt. A polar bear doesn't seek warmth from others. It doesn't need a "you got this" every morning. It lights its own fire within and keeps moving forward even when the world is silent. Are you waiting for someone's approval before you dare to break through? Are you living amidst the noise yet feeling empty inside? Look at the polar bear. It lives without needing attention, yet no one can ignore its vitality. No stage, no applause, no spotlight. Just it and the ice. Just it and its courage. Just it and the choice not to stop. The polar bear doesn't need to stand out, because it was born to survive where no one else dares to go. And so are you. If you can stand strong in the cold, you don't just survive. You rise like a legend. One is the king among all creatures. One is the survivor in the snow and ice. One roars through the jungle. One quietly walks through the cold wind. But both share an unbreakable spirit. You can choose to live like the others, blended in, calm, comfortable. But just like in the jungle and the ice, only those with true courage become rulers. You are a lion if you dare to roar amidst the voices of dissent. You are a polar bear if you keep moving forward when no one else walks beside you. Because strength doesn't come from where you stand, but from how you stand there. Don't ask, do they like me? Ask instead, am I living true to who I am? A lion is still a king, even without the cheers. A polar bear is still a ruler, even when no one is watching. And what about you? Will you keep living under others' gaze or step forward in your true essence? Choose. There is no middle path. Either be the lion and roar, or be the polar bear and keep moving forward, or be yourself, living without permission to shine.